Hello everybody, well thanks once again for tuning in and having a look at this video with us. Thanks even more on behalf of the club if you've even bought the thing, but thanks regardless. All of those of you who are watching this will know what the format's going to be. I'm going to introduce the highlights of the 1995-1996 Grimsby Town League season, and as a bit of a bonus at the end, we're going to see a fair amount of highlights of the FA Cup games as well. Month by month is how we will go through it for you. And I'm afraid it was a queer old season, with probably more lows than highs. Grimsby ending up with a record of won 14, drawn 14, lost 18, but probably more importantly than that, we conceded 69 league goals, and only Watford with 70 conceded more in the entire season than did we. So, funny old season, but there is plenty of action, and we hope that you'll bear with us, have a good look through this, spin it fast forward through when I'm on it, no doubt, and have a look at all the action that we can get for you from the league games that we was able to get to. Hope you're going to enjoy what you're about to see. The first league game of the season was away at Millwall, where we customarily lose, I'm afraid, and we did this season as well, 2-1. Steve Livingston was the goal scorer for us, and it was to be the first of 11 league goals for Steve in the season in which of course he ended up as being leading goal scorer with 11 goals. The second game was at home to Portsmouth. Two cracking goals from Grimsby here. The second one from Brian Laws being a screamer from outside the penalty area, and Town beat Portsmouth 2-1, but we unfortunately had Paul Crichton sent off in this game as well. The following game, away from home again, was at Derby County. Derby County, who of course got promoted at the end of the season. But Derby County, we looked the better side for all of the first half. They then went in front. Town clawed it back with a late penalty, which was taken by Shaky and slotted away very nicely, thank you. The final game of the month of August was at home to Luton Town, 0-0 draw, dour affair as we always say, and I think that's the politest way we could describe that. So one defeat in 4 games in the month of August.
So quiet opening. Not surprising really. Oh, still with Millwall looking for a penalty. Well, difficult to say from up here. I didn't think it was, but he looked for it and got it. 9 minutes of the play gone, and Town could go behind. Penalty. Not even sure who was supposed to have tripped him. Not sure whether it's Shakespeare or Joblin. But Alex Ray steps up. Oh! 1-0 to Millwall. Crichton a bit upset he didn't get to that one. Thought he had done it first. But 9 minutes of play gone. Ray scores with the penalty. The linesman flagging out. Town throw. Town grows, flicks it on, gets the ball across, that's it. Oh! I don't know how he missed that one. I thought that was in. Livo, ball came through to Livo, nobody around him really. Man closest to him. But I thought it would have been harder to miss than put it in the net. Croft. Now Bennett again. Tries to get past everybody, falls over. Oh, he's got the free kick again. Referee giving the free kick. Bennett had kicked it too far, decides to fall over and wins the free kick. It's a bit similar to the penalty decision, that. Dangerous place though. Stevens was there. Oh, well. 2-0. And it was Malkin that scores it. Good shot. Ooh. That was close to being his opening goal for the Grimsby Town. Southall. And again. Overhead kick. Looks for Livo. Right, forwards for Southall, carried on running, up against Witter, gets the cross in, tries to lay it back for Livo. Livo shot against the crossbar. And that was unlucky. Desperately unlucky from Livo. After a good move from Town, really. Southall played the 1-2, carried on running, got the crossover. Livo, edge of the area, whack. Ball hits the crossbar and comes out. Men waiting on the edge. And it comes to Dixon. Good cross. Oh! Dixon headed it from the edge of the area to the 6-yard box where Ray was unmarked. And fortunately for Town, he headed it wide. Falls for Bennett. Chest soft. Groves making the run. Let's get in there. Livo's up front. Still with Groves. Got a deflection. Livo's there this time. That makes it 2-1. 14th minute of the second half. That's pulled one back for Town. Well deserved as well.
A good tugging match there between the two of them. Free kick has been given for Portsmouth. A couple of yards back from there, but it's 30 yards out. It's definitely within popping distance, this one.
Yeah, I thought it was a needless free kick, actually.
Yeah.
But Graham will probably, I mean, they've pinched the 2 yards back. Now, of course, he played under Terry Venables, did Fenwick, didn't he? So he should be inventive.
Well, you'd think so.
I don't know what happened.
Let's have a look. Yeah. I think it's fair to say that wall isn't 10 yards back. Nice one. Nice one, and nicely palmed over by Paul Crichton, who hasn't had an awful lot to do this half, but he did that very well.
That was destined for the top corner, without a doubt. And, well, Paul did his job there, certainly.
Laws. Good play here. Now then, into the area. What's going to happen next? Try to tee it up. Got Mudley. Long distance. Oh, yes! What a way to start this season.
Pick that one out. Just pick that one out. And I'll tell you what, Crofty did well, but he overrun the ball. There's no question. He overrun the ball.
Oh, yeah.
And it came out to the gaffer. And I'll tell you what, you won't see a better strike.
Well blocked. Gary Croft. Ball still in play. Whoa. The idiot linesman flagged for that. Didn't think about play on. Croft. Oh, yes! Oh, yes! That's a way to finish. Marvellous.
I hope them idiots get back in that pontoon stand.
Well, if you're talking about idiots, Roly, I'm afraid the linesman flagged straight away.
Yeah.
Because of course he was blowing for the foul. I'm glad the referee allowed him to play on. And he's got a booking, bit of mouth. I think it's number 8, John Durnin, who has just gone in the book.
Number 8.
And I can only think that Durnin must have said something about, didn't you see the linesman flagging? And oh, I've got a red one.
Going.
Well, he couldn't keep it shut.
Well, he's crackers.
He couldn't keep it shut.
He wants fine in a month's wages, because if you get a booking, you keep your mouth shut.
That's right. So, good-looking little ball. Well in Groves. Brian Laws, great play. Not a good ball back. Oh, for goodness sake.
That's a sending off.
Well, there's 10 minutes of this game left, and it's completely blown up. Paul Crichton
the bad back pass by the boss. And Paul Crichton took his man down.
Now, who's going in goal?
There must be somebody out there who's experienced enough to go in. Neil Wood says, I'm not having anything to do with it.
But you can't argue it was a sending off.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's a bad back pass by the boss.
Yeah, the gaffer gave a terrible
sold
back
him
pass.
well short.
Sold him down the river, and it had to be a sending off. There's no two ways about it.
Well, it's all happening, and it's this young Southall that's going in goal.
Looks like Southall.
I reckon it's Southall.
Looks like Southall's going in goal. Well, he's got the right name.
Well, if he's half as good as the other fellow, it won't be a bad to do, I wouldn't think.
If he saves this penalty, he'll win the man of the match.
Well, 9 minutes to go.
Well, we've had a money's with this half.
Oh, well, that's for sure. Here's McLaughlin. 2-0 to Town. Good penalty. 2-1 to Town.
You see, now number 13 there, so he gives the ball back. They'll only kick off when the Town get up there, so it's a waste of what the heck's going on there. I think the sun's getting to him. But anyway, it's 2-1, and the game is far from over now. Somebody getting hit or another one sent off, because it hasn't been really that type of a game. I mean, if anybody spoiled it, it's been the ref in the second half by stop-starting it. But I hope nobody does anything stupid. I mean, the two people who got sent off.
Oh, good ball. Great ball. Was Livo. Oh! Now, Livo's caught.
Livo's claiming to him.
I think
Livo's claiming a penalty.
Once again, it looks like Peter Handyside going to that near post. That's the lad. Peter Handyside got it. Oh, crikey. Clawed away by Sutton. And it was Peter Handyside's header that caused all sorts of problems there. At the minute, we've only had 13 minutes of the game gone. And of course we're prejudiced, but I certainly think Town are looking the better of the two squads out here at the minute. Oh, Neil Woodsey. The man just did enough to take his eye off that. Well in by Shakespeare, should I say. Croft. Ball still there for him. Oh, good play by Gary Croft. Shakespeare. Low one. Surely, yes. Well, you can't believe it. Neil Woods can't believe it. Off the inside of the post, across the face of the goal, and somehow or the other kept out. That was almost impossible to believe. Livingston did well. Woods to the wing. Good play by Town, this. Gary Croft wants a first-time cross and gets it. Oh! Good save by Sutton at the end. Down the line, a little bit of a nudge. Sturridge. Oh! Paul Crichton lost his position a little bit there. Bit of trouble behind the goal, I'm afraid to say, to our right-hand side. Well in by Handysides. Gary Croft lobs it forward. Van der Laan half hit it. Oh. Now then, Sturridge. Still Sturridge. Still going. 1-0. Kevin Joblin is hurt badly. He immediately signalled for the trainer. He took an almighty swipe at the ball and the man. I don't mean in a deliberate fashion. Graham Rodgers says, let's get the stretcher on quickly. And that looks bad news. And that is a great shame for a young man who serves his club very, very well. And the Derby players up and about, I'm glad to say. And I don't know how badly Kevin is injured. Everybody crying for that stretcher very quickly, and in fairness to the ref, he's got everybody on and sorted out. Well, it's Jim Dobbin who has come on, so it looks like he wasn't punished at all for that. Or at least we presume he wasn't punished. And poor old Kevin Joblin getting a good hand, and that's the least he deserves. And let's hope that's not as serious as it looks. Free kick, let's get back to the action. Simpson. Brilliant. Brilliant free kick, brilliant save. Oh, good ball. Jim Dobbin. Nice one. Woods. Still Woods, still going. Oh, taken down. That's a penalty. Without question, and there's no complaints. And it was an unnecessary one, really, because Sutton had just about covered it. Now then, who's taking it? Dave Gilbert went in the close season. There's no Clive Mendonca out there. Is it shaky? Well, looks like Craig Shakespeare. He's got as good a left foot as anybody. Let's have a look. Great effort. 1-1. Town deserve it. And Neil Woods having a little quiet chat to somebody there in the Derby side, I suspect. And Town deserve to be back in this game. 74 minutes gone, the score is now 1-1. Derby throw, Nicholson again. Taken quickly, Priest. A little bit of space for him, but it's closed down quickly. We open up again now, though. Two men coming in. And he got between two. There's Big Willems.
September came around and it saw Town having to play 6 games in the month, the first of which was at home to Watford. Town drew 0-0, but the game in itself was more or less a duplication of the Luton game, the last game of August, a dour affair again. No highlights, I don't think much out of this one for you. We then went to Wolverhampton. We lost 4-1. Paul Groves gave us a lead a couple of minutes before half-time, but Steve Bull pulled a goal back almost straight away for Wolverhampton, and they then ran away with the game in the second half, and as I say, beat us 4-1. We made amends, however, with the next game, which was away at Reading, where we won 2-0, and where Neil Wood scored his first goal of the season, and Livingston scored again for us. Livingston scored in the following game, which was at home to Port Vale, which we won 1-0. Not the best of performances, but a performance in which we picked up the points. We nearly did the same in the following game, which was at home to Norwich. Cracking game of football, 2-2 draw, 2 splendid goals, Nicky Southall and Gary Childs with long-range efforts, but it was Norwich who pulled it back with a goal well into injury time. The last league game of the month was away at Southend. We weren't able to video this one for you. Town lost 1-0.
Free kick, far post. Well won by Handyside again. Brian Laws hooks it away. Neil Woods, lovely touch. Southall now, straight through the middle. Only Woods with him. That's where he tries to get the ball. And he's done very well. Town was slow in supporting. There's the overlap now, Brian Laws. Whoops. Gave it too much, or has he? Ball still in play. Gary Croft who's joined the attack. Jim Dobbin in a lot of space. Croft found him a bit late. Now Southall, distance again for him. Low. Just past the near post. Yeah, all laid down there. It's not that hot out there at the moment. It will be, of course, if you you're chucking yourself about. Neil Woods. Neil Woods got away, or has he? Yes. Men standing off him. Tries to lay it up for Gary Charles. Long range, great effort. Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh my word, that's a terrible decision. It certainly, he got a fingertip to it. Yeah. The ball was going wide anyway.
It was a shade
but
wide,
it was a great shot, but that's bad refereeing. Mind you, I've never trust referees with poof on hairstyles.
Town playing in the away strip. Red and blue stripes, blue shorts, as you see, attacking the Wolverhampton goal 2 hour left. Here's Southall. Neil Woods holding off to Wolf. Southall again, edge of the area. Nasty shot coming in. Always swinging wide of the post, and Stowell in the Wolverhampton goal, not happy with his defence. Ferguson left-footed. The referee says the position's good enough. Nasty. Oh, look at that. De Wolf off the post, and I reckon that is Goodman with the header over the top. Straight through the middle. Richards is there. Southall again. Good header. Livingston. Wants somebody close. Croft is inside, as is Southall. Good play by Southall. Looking to attack again. Neil Woods. Back it comes, Livo. Still Livingston, Neil Woods. Far side is Gary Childs. Knocks it down. Surely. Groves. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely clinical football from Grimsby Town. 5 or 6 passes put together. The nod down from Gary Childs was an absolute gem, and Paul Groves did the rest. And that's as good a goal at this level as you're going to see for a long time. Ferguson has to go backwards to Pearce. Long ball from him. Don Goodman is there, takes well on the chest. Straight through the middle, looking for Bull. It's a good ball. Spill Bull. Bull there, surely. The challenge never came in. Bull again. Smith is with him. Cuts inside Smith. Good shot. Half knocked down. I think Crichton probably had Ferguson's shot covered, but it was the knees that got in the way and knocked it away for another Wolverhampton corner. Well on. Neil Woods just outside the area, still going, still going. Lays it off, Gary Childs, surely hammers it in and over. Look at that. How close can you get? Lovely layoff by Neil Woods into the path of Gary Childs. Stoll couldn't hold it. It went over his hands, over him, and onto the roof of the net. Town corner. Going to be shaky with it. Peter Handyside will hit the near post. But it goes far. Who's in there? A bit of shoving in there. And I can't imagine it was on Smith. I can't. That was that. It must have been in the middle. It couldn't have been De Wolf and Smith, because that was physically impossible. Groves. Whoops. Town messing it up between them. Goodman. Finds Daly. Daly running through the defence. Good challenge. Still Daly. Clips it back in. Nobody there now. Well, the Town defence got themselves in a mess. Don Goodman puts Wolves 2-1 in front. This side does hit the near post. This is what he was doing at Derby. But again, it's hit long. Men coming in at the back. Smith was one of them. There's men all over the deck. They're up now. Cross comes in from Southall. Stowell comes a long way. Now's a chance. Gary Childs, and straight back into Stowell's arms. Back it goes to Southall. Not the best of balls. He had to control it. Daly now. And again, it's that long ball. This time it's Bull getting away from Handyside. Handyside is there. Still Bull. And it's now 3-1. Paul Groves. Man gets in front of Livingston, who tried to pull him around and has now knocked Pearce over. Nothing given, says the ref. Woo. Livingston to Southall, a real chance now, surely. Southall. Side netting.
Should have made more of it. They're off. Now Gary Childs, chance for him. Inside. De Wolf gets in front of Livingston. Daly, Rankin, and Thompson. And again, that's the trouble that they give us. They push the ball into the space and men are looking for it. Lovely ball in. And a great goal, no question about it. Don Goodman. Stowell's there. A lot of men jumping. Gary Childs clips it back in. It's still in there. Surely off the line. Town can't believe it. Nicky Southall again, curls it in. Smith is in there. Gary Childs, edge of the area, tries one, hammers it in. Surely now, gotta be. And is that Paul Jewell, I think? But they're only half chances, and I'm afraid Wolverhampton Wanderers have made good chances, albeit through long ball like that. And here's another. Smith caught out.
Reading fell behind after just 6 minutes and poor marking was to blame. Grimsby's Neil Wood stood unchallenged as a cross came in. His header gave Simon Shepherd no chance. Reading, though, were pressing hard. Dean Ogren's drooping run set up Nick Gooding. His shot was blocked on the line, and Ogren just over from the rebound. Phil Parkinson in for the injured Keith McPherson, shot high on the turn. A minute into the second half, he was close too with this glancing header. There were 20 minutes left when there was more misery for Reading. The woodwork stopped what should have been the equaliser. A bit more luck and Stuart Lovell's shot would have gone in off the underside of the bar instead of bouncing clear. Just 3 minutes later and Grimsby had made the game safe. A great save by Shepherd from Richard Smith's shot, and Michael Gilks under pressure headed into his own net. Not Steve Livingstone's goal as widely reported. Reading's management were critical of giving away soft goals.
I was very annoyed really because you know, we've got experienced players in the team, and it just seemed to me that the guy was just standing in the 6-yard box and cross has come over and he hasn't made a run to get across anybody, you know, and he wasn't picked up, and it was just an easy goal.
Smith, Southall, Wood, Dobbin, back to Croft, Dobbin. That's a race. Wood, Livingston, goal. And that really is all down to the persistence, in my opinion, of Neil Wood.
Well, it was a bad mistake by their defender, but Woodsy never gave it up, and he good ball in. It took his time to turn Livo, but he eventually, good shot in the end.
Brilliant goal, brilliant. Livo turned well and just stuck it coolly in. Brilliant.
Handy side. Childs. Brian Laws. Woods is yelling for it. Childs back to Laws, give him more space. No, I'm feeling Laws should have given that to Groves, but they played a neat 1-2. He'll give it to Groves now. Well, that wasn't on Groves' better foot, and Van Houston saved quite easily. Doing themselves. Woods. He's got Livingston on his left. Great cross by Livingston. Childs pulls it back. Woods. Oh, it's the post. Well, Nicky Southall, he'll never get nearer, and it was a good move. Laws did well, kept it into play, but he's got himself out of position by doing so. This is a good run, this is a chance. That's a great save by Crichton. And that was a good move by Port Vale. Good ball inside. It's the linesman has given offside. And, well, I don't know. It was very, very close. If we had Andy Gray and 16 cameras with us, we might be able to tell you, but...
Dermot is in at number 2 for the Boss. And it's his throw down the line. A lovely touch on Gary Childs. Nobody in space, but it's a great ball. Southall misses it, but straight into Marshall. And a gem of a pass by Gary Childs. The end fell for Nicky Southall, but sliced it somewhat. Been well by Handyside. Paul Groves, Livingston, through the middle. Groves again. There we go. Southall. Got to be in. Neil Woods miscues. Still there. Woods again. Good pressure by Town. Akinbaye left it. Whoops. Not what we meant. Jim Dobbin toe prodding that one behind for a corner kick. I think this is Norwich's first corner. It's going to be an in-swinging one. It'll be Eadie. Whoa. Man met it. Hammered in. Robert Fleck, who peeled away at the back post, found himself in an awful lot of space. Well in by Croft. Gets it back from Neil Woods. Good spread of play. Gary Childs. Closed down very quickly though. Good play by Gary Childs. Space for him now. Dobbin square. Still Gary Childs might line it up. Great effort. Oh, marvellous goal. Absolutely marvellous. Marshall in the Norwich defence quite rightly saying why didn't anybody go to him. But the Mariners fans and Gary Childs won't be bothered about that. And he absolutely scorched that one into the back of their net. Put dip on it, and we're scoreline now of 1-1, and that's what Town deserve. Southall. Still Southall. Still going. Oh, well, it's one after another. Nicky Southall gets his debut goal within a minute of Town drawing level, and you won't see two finer strikes, certainly not as close together as that. And again, the Norwich City defence backed off, didn't get to the man, and the result is that Marshall's pulling the ball out of the back of the net for the second time in a minute. Norwich taking the time. Pryor's in there. Akinbaye over his head, surely held off. I thought somebody was pulling back Richard Smith. And Fleck again, giving it a load of mouth. The corner. Still low, near post again. Oh, Lord almighty, I thought it had gone in. It was Newsom. A great strike. It must have just shaved the post. Gary Childs gets the ball back. Now John McDermott, nice looking one. Livo was eyeing it up. Southall! Great strike. Fell well for Nicky Southall. Just couldn't get right underneath it. Let's find Southall. Now Akinbaye, Croft with him. Croft gets in. Akinbaye though shrugs him off. Squares. Chance now. Oh! Robert Fleck off the outside of the post and a goal kick. Late challenge. Town bench didn't like it. The referee's just going to have a word with Eadie. Red card. Whoa. Well, it was certainly late, and there's still something going on here between Crook and McDermott. And Ian Crook and Paul Groves just trying to patch things up a little bit. McDermott is not happy at all. Well, I don't rightly know what went there. I thought the challenge was late, but apart from that, it's hard to say. And John McDermott, we've got a substitution to be made for a start, which is Gary Childs going off, Tommy Watson coming on. Crook, his effort knocked down by Jim Dobbin. Now Jim Dobbin picking it up. Surely, Livo. Oh, it's far too tight for everybody. Neil Woods. Oh! Well, it never quite fell to feet, did it? And Neil Woods at the end trying to squeeze in a wonder goal as he did at Birmingham in midweek, and this time just going wide of the angle. Richard Smith, it's still there. Akinbaye scores. Town have given it all away.
Paul Jewell was the man who scored the goal for us. He was on loan, of course, from Bradford City when we went to Charlton Athletic and won 1-0. Apart from that, it was set up by a man on trial, Ivano Benetti, who of course was to play such a part in Town's season one way or the other. We weren't able to video this, but I'm sure that those of you who went to the game will well remember it. We then played Oldham Athletic at home, drew 1-1, with Jim Dobbin being the goal scorer. Another game we weren't able to video was away at St Andrews when Town lost 3-1 to Birmingham. Neil Wood scored the goal for us, but it wasn't the best of Town performances. We did put something together though against Stoke City for the final game of the month when we won 1-0 and skipper Paul Groves scored the only goal of the game for us. This was to be the start of a 6-match run which saw Town lift themselves up to second position in the league table.
Oldham, nobody up. Crichton well out his area. Passes to Handyside. Oh, well done by Childs. Evades making. Childs, plenty of space. That falls through. It was Woods. It was a good save by Gerrard. Woods tried to flick it on from cross shot. It was a good move all over by Towns. They're over the ball. Short one taken, quickly. Benetti comes away, flicks it in. Oh! And that was Southall with a flick at the end of the near post. Well, unfortunately for Town, it went wide. Good move all the same. Oldham come forward. Howell's there. Well, the referee's giving it to Oldham. Brian thought it was Town's thrown, so did we up here. Rolly thought it was a foul. Howell. Cross comes in, Brennan. Richardson's there. That's in the net. 43 minutes of play gone. Cross comes in. Richardson, unmarked. Gets the header in. Corner of the net. 1-0 to Oldham.
Wasn't he just dreading that? The game had absolutely gone completely flat. There's no other word for it. The game was completely flat, and then they do that. Boom. 1-0 for half-time.
Looks like a short one again. No, not this time. Keeper comes for it. Doesn't get there. Falls for Southall. Points it in there. Oh, it's away by Brennan off the line. Benetti. Dobbin. It's back for Croft. Looks for Southall. Didn't quite get to him. Does now. Cross comes over. Trying to find Childs. Hits it on the volley. Good try. Well intercepted. Childs turns on it. Two players running around him. Benetti takes it well. Looks up, gets the cross, looking for Southall. Southall flicks it forward. That's Groves. Oh, that was a good move. Got a deflection from the Groves shot. Dobbin shot. Sorry.
That was absolutely brilliant piece of work by the Italian down here. and give Southall his credit there. A lovely little FaceTime touch, and it's hard to say about the shot because it took a deflection, but really it was a golden opportunity to go level.
Ball of blue. Croft. Good 1-2. Dobbin. Still with Dobbin. Still Dobbin. That's a good shot. That's in. What a brilliant goal. Excellent goal from Jim Dobbin.
That was shot. That was pure class. And I'll tell you what, that was the only way he's going to score one, Graham, because they packed their goal so well, and he waltzed past 3 people, and I'll tell you what, that's as good a goal you've seen this season.
Now he's Beckford. Oh, good ball from Brennan to Richardson. That's a good save. So, Oldham seem to be making a game of it at last. Flicks it inside, Groves was there. Town again. Lively start. Wallace. Not happy with Potter on the wing here. Wanted a bit more commitment from him. Childs. That's letting Groves in. Takes the fair shot. Oh, just over the bar.
Yeah, all came about because no one was moving. The ball was knocked into open space, and Groves tried a shot just over the bar.
Salido sets the long ball for Carruthers. Croft is there. Carruthers has won it. That's back. Tries. Oh, good shot. Good save from Crichton. It was Keane with a shot. Potter. Town. Time to get it away. Oh, found pesky Salido. Keane. Pesky. He gets the cross in. Far post. Potter's there. Nobody with him. It still falls for Wallace. Oh. Well, I don't know how he missed that one. Inquest going on in the defence. Crichton didn't quite get a hand to it. Laws was there. Potter should have scored. Wallace should have scored. Still 0-0. That's away. Not too far though. Croft. Falls for Woods. Flicks it for Benetti. Still with Benetti. And again. And again. Finds Childs. Groves. Back to Childs again. Laws. Childs. Cross coming in. No. Still flicks it for Laws. Turns inside. Gets the left. Chance for the left cross. Oh. That was Childs again. It was blocked by Woods. Woods turned well. And had a shot over the bar. Woods. It's back for Croft. Cross comes in. Not a very good one. Woods did the best he could. Town throw. Taken quickly. Benetti. Croft. Should go back for Dobbin. It does do. Flicked inside. Groves. Tries to flick on. It's 1-0. Excellent play from Grimsby. 51 minutes gone. Paul Groves breaks a deadlock. Good move by Town. Flicked on. Paul Groves gets the goal. Oh, excellent shot. That was Childs off the line again. That's fallen. Potter. So Stoke coming straight back. That's again. Childs is there again. Crichton punches it. It's going to be a throw-in. So Stoke coming back. Childs. Flicked it up. Sigurdsson was there. Anyway will do. Finds Pesky. Turns well. Salido coming away with it. Groves is with him. So was Handyside. Still with them both. Oh, that one far away.
November saw Town play 5 league games. We won 4 and we drew 1. The draw was the first game of it, against Ipswich away from home. We were 2-0 down at half-time, came back to draw 2-2 in a very creditable performance, with Woods and Dobbin being the goal scorers. We were then at home to Barnsley, always a tough old game of course. Mark Lever set us on away. We were then gifted an own goal, and Livingston wrapped up the points in a 3-1 victory. The next game was at home against the old boss, Alan Buckley, and this is where Ivano Benetti, well, played more than his part. He scored the goal in a fine 1-0 victory in front of a big crowd for us. Better was to come. We went to Sheffield United with a team which had a few changes through injury, but Sheffield United were in poor form and Town saw them off 2-1 with Nicky Southall and a screamer from Gary Childs doing the damage. The last game of the month was away at Tranmere. Probably Town's best performance of the season, and again it was that man, Ivano Bonetti, who got the points for us in the 1-0 victory with a nice little clip-in at the near post.
But and this is young Gary Little's son Andy into the box corner. What I was going to say quickly while they're taking this corner, both sides have got forwards up front capable of scoring, and Barnsley are a very, very good side.
They certainly are having a good season up to now. Mind you saying that, they're only 1 point above Town. So.
Oh yes, when I meant Barnsley are a good side, but I meant Grimsby are equally as good. I mean, we know how good we are.
Very true, especially after last Saturday's performance. Second half anyway. Corner comes over. Oh, free header. Will Town eventually scramble it away, or do they? No, they don't. That's a goal in the first minute 32 seconds. And it's a goal from Steve Davis.
Well, we just didn't get the ball clear, did we? It was a rocket shot. There's no... well, it's just stunned us all, really, hasn't it? But it's a great start for Barnsley.
Good play by Childs. Livingston, good flick on for Bonetti. Tries the shot. Not far away. Bonetti opened his account for Town in the midweek reserves game. Good play. Good play. Bonetti. Cross comes over again. Oh, that's it. It's 1-1. Brilliant goal by Town. Excellent pinpoint cross by Bonetti. And it was Mark Lever that got the goal, and in doing so, he collided with the goal post. I think he's got a head injury there, but nevertheless, it remains the fact that Grimsby Town have equalised. Oh, Croft. Woods and Livo making the run, so's Groves. That's Woods, that's Livo. Good play by Town. Bonetti and Croft are there. Oh, that's in! Well. That's one of the best own goals I've ever seen, I think. I'm not even sure who it was. I think it might well have been the Dutch man, De Zoo. But the fact remains, 20 minutes gone, Town winning 2-1. Town putting all the pressure on. So Barnsley with it all to do now. And they're coming back at us. Shot lines up. Oh, excellent save from Crichton. And that was from Redford. 24 minutes gone. 2-1 Town's favour. Livingston there. He's climbed on again. Well,
that Davis and Livo, there's going to, I'll tell you what, it wouldn't surprise me, there's going to be a bit of fisticuffs soon. Because that Davis is a nasty piece of work, I'll tell you. I didn't like something he did down here. And
brilliant play by Bonetti. Got past the defender there, and saw Dave Watson off his line, tried to get it in the top corner. Watson falling back, managed to get the hand to it, only just. Could have been 3-1, good move. Yes, every time they go together to get a ball, there's a bit of trouble. And Davis seems to be having his arms all over him, and there's a bit of push afterwards after that one. Cross comes in, Davis is there again, going everywhere. Crichton gets a punch, it's coming back in again, brilliant save.
Brilliant goalkeeping, absolutely brilliant. I don't know what this is, Andy Rammel again, moaning.
Bonetti, well, flicks it past him, does run round the other side. That's a free kick. Eden fouls Bonetti.
Italiano.
Well, I don't know what Sheridan's up to there.
I don't know what this Barnsley side's come for. This is not the side that I saw last year, because they've got something wrong with them. Well,
Sheridan tried to kick Paul Groves as though he was going back, and they were still talking. And Paul Groves had a go back, and he looked as though Sheridan was badly damaged leg. I don't know, Roly say. Another one. That's a booking this time.
Well, the referee's got to get a card out sooner or later.
Now's the time. It's Redfern that's going in the book. Well, as you say, Roly, it's ridiculous, this. It's not necessary. It's not that sort of game.
I'm disappointed with Barnsley's attitude. I mean, I think they're a very good side, but their attitude is terrible, I think.
It's going to be a free kick. Dangerous position. Well, looking at the free kicks last week at Ipswich, looks as though we're going to have another rehearsal. We had a new move last week. Looks like we're going to get the same thing this time. Mind you, nothing came last time. Might do this time, though. Ooh! That was close. Good shot, good save, corner. Still Livo. Comes wide, Gary Childs. Laws makes the overlap. Good pass from Childs, straight to Laws. Chance for the cross, takes a bit of time. Oh, well, nobody at the far post. That was a good try from Laws. Keeper Watson got a hand to it. Livingston tried to play the 1-2 with Woods, manages to come off. Livingston looking for the cross. Childs manages to get a cross in, a good one it is too, that's offside. Shame really, Shame really, because it was a good move. Woods put it in the back of the net, but linesman had his flag straight up.
Yeah, pity, it was a good move.
Short, of course. Oh, that's not a very good ball. Town make the most of it. Could have got the ball across there, really. Wasted opportunity. Town throw again. Taking their time. Well played. Well played indeed. Livo's there. That's 3-1. That's a brilliant goal. That's Benetti. What a wonderful cross. What a wonderful goal.
Was that a quality cross? He hit it like as if he was going for goal. And I'm not taking anything away from the scorer, Livy, but he only had to stand there. That was magnificent play by Benetti.
Not used to seeing their team lose as convincingly as this. Good play by Town. Benetti again. He's had a good game. And so have the other 10 Grimsby players. Barnsley come forward. Good play by Lever. Still with Barnsley though. Cross comes in again. That's Sheridan. Well, moan at that one.
When it ain't your day, it ain't your day.
West Brom's away record is exactly the same as Town's, 2-2-4. They've scored 10 goals and conceded 14. So they play an open game of football away from home by the look of things. Here's Benetti. Nice little ball in, but away by West Brom. Benetti goes back and pinches it. Here he goes. Still going. Shot comes in. Forrester wanted it laying back, but you couldn't blame Ivano Benetti for going for goal. Whoa. And this time the referee says get on with it. Forrester. Oh, good ball forward. Livingston. Nice. Surely. Again. Oh.
And the gaffer kicks the post because he'll never have a better chance. I bet he's kicking himself. Absolutely. And what lovely, not revenge, but what sweetness that would have been.
Benetti to the far post, Mark Lever in there, is it? No, handy side, at distance, Jim Dobbin. Sets it up, lobs it. Just over the top, it's hotting up.
Yeah, at the moment, we just look a little bit of different class to them. They haven't really got into it yet.
No.
I'm not discounting them by any means. Any team that's high in a division, you don't. But we certainly look the better team at the moment.
As far as Gary Croft, it's a long way out. Not a good ball. Well, that's a corner kick.
Well, West Brom are in absolutely array at the moment, a disarray at the moment, and I'm sure the management will not be happy with their performance.
Town second corner taken quickly, and it comes now. Wasn't a good one. Croft will get, Benetti should I say gets another chance. Still Benetti trying to hit the line, and it comes a great cross. Two there. Poor header by Peter Handy. In actual fact, he had to get Livo out the way.
Yeah.
Nice chest by Groves. Oh, look at that. He's giving it the other way.
Well, I wouldn't like to argue. I wouldn't like to argue at all. I think the difference in...
There's no real argument from the Town player.
No, I don't think so. It's one of them things. Now, the thing our difference, we're playing 2 men up front like we did last Saturday, John. But this time, Benetti is more or less clinging to the left side, yes. Where in the first half last week, he was in the hole in the middle and he was roamed everywhere.
Here's Dave Gilbert. Good challenge by Brian Laws, but it's fallen well for... Oh, oops! Dave Gilbert didn't like the challenge, and in actual fact, Brian Laws didn't do anything wrong.
I'm not going to comment on that.
Well, I will.
I saw more than you.
Dave Gilbert had a bit of a swipe, but the original tackle was a good one from Brian Laws. I gather there was a bit of shove going on in there as well. And for me, the free kick's gone the wrong way and offside.
Well, it seems that the two ex-Grimsby Town players don't like the present Town manager. That is ridiculous, and I hope Alan Buckley reprimands them for it, because I don't think Brian Laws did a thing to Tony Rees, and Tony was absolutely stupid.
Town free kick taken quickly. Whoa. We might settle for the corner here, and we have. Good play, that.
I don't think, you know, David expected this reception.
No. And having said that, I don't think he deserved it.
No, I don't. No. I've already said that, John.
Yes. Now then, this is Bonetti with a corner, Town's third corner. Nice one deep. Look at them coming in! Oh, crikey, Mark Lever off the post. Paul Rees didn't know a thing about it.
Hey, but not only Paul Rees, nobody knew a thing about it.
Now Croft. Bonetti has switched his wing. Jim Dobbin, look at this. Forrester in there, surely. And just wide of the post by Paul Groves. Thought it was a foul, the linesman flagged for it. Ah, lovely ball. And back. Forrester from Livingston, still Forrester. Surely. Gotta be now, Bonetti. Oh! They're looking for handball, they can't believe it's not being given.
Having said that, it should have been in.
It should have been in. Smashed away. Paul Crichton. Well, a good play. Whoa, or is it? Got to get back. And Andy Hunt did the right thing. Whoops. Don't want to be doing that there. He's very nearly the last man in the line of defence. That's good play by Croft.
Man of match so far for me.
A good ball. Groves on the run. Jim Dobbin, that's a good header to Bonetti. Still Bonetti. Childs. Man left side for him. Still Gary Childs through the middle. Livingston. Good ball back. Good crossing. Surely Bonetti. Yes! Oh, magnificent! A wonder goal! Absolute wonder goal! It's been coming for 55 minutes.
Yes, and we were rather fortunate, you know.
Yeah.
Because Gary Childs got in the way of a pass to Gary Croft.
That's right.
But my word, this man deserves every bit of the applaudits he's getting. My word. We'll sell a few videos on that one.
And he loves it. Raven. Taylor knocks it on to Hunt. Still Hunt. Oh, this is dangerous. Great save. Great save by Paul Crichton. Because that was travelling. Wait, but he's got it back. Forrester, look at the left side. This is Bonetti. Cross, a deep one. Look at it, he's found Childs. Brilliant cross. And Gary Childs has scored from that position before.
Gave Grimsby a free kick in the first place.
Nice layoff to Bonetti. Still Bonetti. Still Bonetti. Into the area. He's teasing two. Good ball. Squirts it out to Gary Croft. Nasty one. Surely! Livingston, and a good save by Paul Rees.
Good all-round football, but at the end of the day...
And we've got it back again, Roly. Let's have a look. Oh! Over the top. Flat one. Surely away. Load of men in there. Oh! That is a wonder save, because that took a deflection, if not two. And Paul Crichton did well to hang on to that.
Superb save.
Well, sitting alongside me now after Town's 1-0 defeat of West Bromwich Albion is Kenny Swain. And Kenny, you couldn't possibly have asked for anything more than that today.
Certainly not. I said to Alan Buckley straight away after the game, it was always going to be your day on your last visit, and in many respects it was always going to be our day today. But full credit to the players and the performance today. I mean, they kept going. It's not often that you can get a full 90-minute performance from everybody. But everybody pitched in today, and you couldn't really pick it. I know Ivano's picked up the Man of Match award today, But it was very, very difficult to pick out a player who stood head and shoulders above anybody today.
I did pick out actually Jamie Forrester, in as much as that, although he played here, of course, at the end of last season for half a dozen or so games, he came in today almost as new lad, so to speak. And I think his actual running off the ball, he was passing and giving, and it seemed to make things a little bit easier for Big Steve Livingston up front.
Well, that's, I mean, the role he's playing at the moment suits him down to the ground, because he is a darter. You know, he can pick up loose balls and he can run at people. He can get aside people. Obviously, physically he suffers a little bit, but he has got that little bit of pace. And he's picking up a little bit of guile now. And his last performance down at Ipswich, where he didn't do himself justice at all, he must have had that in the back of his mind over the last couple of weeks, and he's thought, I'm not going to let this opportunity slip today. And again, full credit to him. He's made us sit back and think, you know, Jamie Forrester can still make a contribution. I mentioned to Roly that at the end of it all, of course, it didn't matter whether it was 1-0. I mean, it could have been 3-0 at half-time as it was. What then mattered, of course, was the fact that we needed to get the points anyway and just simply win the game. Would you agree with that? I can't say I'd agree. I mean, on reflection, yes. I mean, we were well worth a 1 or a 2 goal victory. But even before the game at half-time, I said, you know, this is going to be possibly our most difficult game of the season. I'd almost pack my bags and go home now for a 0-0. Just so long as we retain our little unbeaten run. I think that was the most important thing, that we stay in the groove in terms of being a hard side to beat. But on just the half-time, I thought we had enough chances maybe to have come in, you know, with a goal up at half-time, but we didn't. Unfortunately, we got the goal that we deserved. Did you have to say an awful lot to the players at half-time, of course, yourself and the boss? I mean, it was one of those, had we done everything right and not done anything, and it was going to fall apart in the second half, or were the players able to keep things going? Yeah, they obviously did. Yes, I mean, as you know, as coaches or managers, you know, you look back on performances and you think, where could you have improved it? And frankly, you know, at half-time I felt quite comfortable. There was no way we were going to lose it, I felt, barring, you know, a disaster, you know, a cock-up, which didn't look likely at all today. But if we needed to win it, we needed to be just a little bit more thrustful up front and possibly run with the ball a bit more. We were playing just a little bit statically in the first half, but we revved up our game a little bit and showed a lot more willingness to run. I think Jamie did particularly well in the second half, as you say. And the ball's fallen nicely to Ivano, and it seems like a fairy tale ending. You know that the actual ball back as such to Gary Charles got a little bit of a deflection from the I think the last man, probably Ashcroft or whoever it was defending. Yes, I don't know. Yeah, I said after the game, I thought we were a little bit lucky. I can't remember it, and I'll have to obviously watch the video again. But I thought we had a little bit of luck there. But you know, we take good players take their bits of luck, and he certainly put it away well, Ivano. Of course, last season when we played West Bromwich Albion, we came out very, very flat, and I don't think there's any question we didn't deserve the result on the day when we lost 2-0 here. But today was just totally different. Did you have to gear the players up an awful lot again as such for this one, or were they looking to make amends? No, I can honestly say we haven't revved them up as such. They went home